I got booed about this bit about 3 months ago in Florida. So Texas, don't ruin it. This is probably my fault too. I probably said it the wrong way. So I'm not a very religious person, okay? But I'm also not against faith. Does that make sense? I find organized religion to have a few flaws. Nice way to put it. Here's one. My dad got denied baptism 5 years ago. Yeah, exactly. Did you know that was a thing?
Yeah.
Because I just thought you just show up, you go, I want to be baptized. And the church is like, we can use your money, get in here. Like, I thought that's how it worked. But my mom was going to this Baptist church for a while. My dad's a very simple guy. So she told him, she goes, you should become a Baptist as well. And my dad goes, okay. He thought that was it. But at this church, he had like a 3-week training course. So he went for a class 1 hour a week. And it was just people, they're just people, not even the higher ups. Which I don't think they call them higher ups as I say that out loud, but you get my point. So the last class my dad went for 3 people belonged to the church. They asked him a bunch of questions. And the last question they asked him, they go, sir, when you die, do you think you'll go to heaven? And my dad goes, oh, I hope so. And they go, whoa, you fucking failed. They didn't say fuck, but you get my point, right? They told my father, that is the wrong answer, you need to retake the course. No, it's not. That is not the wrong answer. No one knows for sure. And if you ever saw someone go up to someone and go, when you die, do you think you go to heaven? And that person went, yes, I will. You wouldn't be like, I hope you don't. I hate you. I hate your confidence, right? And plus, those people spoke for God. That's what bothers me the most about organized religion. People love to speak for God. The Bible contradicts everything you say anyway. When I lived in Niagara Falls, New York, I lived in a Planned Parenthood clinic. I saw pro-lifers out there every day speaking for God. There was like, God is pro-life. God is pro-life. I just want to be like, really? At that time when he wiped out the entire planet? Except for like Noah and maybe a few hundred animals? You just tell me that there are 0 pregos on Earth that day? That's what we're going with right there? 0? Not even at least 1? Like on our way to the county store? Like I ate bread and plums because I'm eating for 2. What is that? A wave? Oh! Like I'm pretty sure there's a couple pregos. That's all I'm saying. I'm glad you guys, good for you on that one. You're probably asking yourself, how'd that do in Jacksonville 3 months ago? Not well, you guys. Who would have thought in that swing state, okay? I tell you this first part of the story to tell you the second part of the story. My mom does community theater on the side, and we try to support everything that she's in. So about 2 years ago, I'm driving home to Buffalo. We're on the phone. My mom goes, oh, I'm in this play this weekend. Can you and your father come? I go, oh, absolutely. What's it about? She goes, oh, Matthew, I would just love if the 2 of you came. Now, you're all smarter than I am at this point. I thought she didn't have a speaking role. That's what I thought. I thought she was embarrassed. So we go to this play. I'll never forget. It's 11:30 a.m. on a Sunday, which, that's the best time to see community theater, all right? There's no understudies on the 11:30 a.m. Sunday show, right? And the play was called Heaven's Gates, Hell's Flames. And the reason I love telling this story, because Dallas understands this story. If you don't know, it's an evangelical touring play, and they go to all these theaters that hold about 200 people, and what they do, they give free tickets to kids who are about 12 and under, so the fear-based age. And the whole premise of the play, it's wild. It's always an adult and child on stage. The child's like, I believe in Jesus, that means to go to heaven. And the adult's like, hey, that's great. I just have a couple questions about all that. And then something terrible happens. Like a bus hits them, they stop for gas, they're on their cell phone, boom, right? They're dead. Now they're very dead, okay? So on the stage, there's these big pearly gates, if you remember, and like this heavenly music starts playing, and then out walks Jesus. And not real Jesus, by the way. I want to point that out to the audience. He might have. I didn't do meet and greet after, but he comes out and he points to the kid. He's like, you, come on in, my son. And the child walks up the steps, and everyone starts cheering. And they're like, yay! It's very creepy. And the person who doesn't believe in Jesus, he just goes, nah. Like that, that was not how he did that. That's weird. Nah. That was a weird way to do that. Did Jesus get the vaccine? So, so anyway, so the lights go down, and this crazy music starts playing, and out runs the devil. Now, I was like 38 years old. Even I was like, it was terrifying. And the devil runs out, right, grabs the adult, drags him off to hell, while the child and Jesus sit there and watch. I know we have some religious people here tonight, but I hope this is the most fucked up shit you've heard so far in my act. And I almost got molested, 7 jokes ago, right? So I go to my dad and go, not for me. So I get up, I'm trying to leave. My dad goes, Matthew, sit down. Your mom's going last. We're going to support her. I was like, wish you left us in Disney. So I sit down. When I tell you this was the best decision of my life, my mom did the play for 3 days at that point. And I think my mom was like, listen, I can follow script or I can make this so much better. Because the devil came up to grab my mom. No one else did it. She goes, no, and just ran away. So this kid playing the devil's like, what is going on? Improv, yay! So he runs after her, and they are literally at one point wrestling on the ground together. And I think he's breaking character. He's like, you're going to hell, lady. And she's like, I am not going to hell. And he's like, well, we have a second show. Come on. So he finally gets a hold of her. Now she's giving in, but she's still going for a community theater Oscar. She is not letting go. And finally, he pulls the behind that curtain, but she's like, one last blood-curdling scream. She's like, no! And we just all slowly watched her fingers go behind the curtain. And it was completely silent in this theater, about 200 people, except for me and my dad in the back, just laughing our asses off. We even started clapping at one point. We'll never see these people again. Who cares, right? It was a beautiful moment between the two of us. My dad's not even that funny, but I go, you think she went to hell? He just goes, I hope so. I don't know. No one knows for sure.